Hi guys, Anna here. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about stretched lobes and stretched septums, and what has me wanting to talk about this is that I've been seeing like piercing forums, and some of them are like really old and stuff. I don't think anyone even uses those anymore, but I don't want anyone reading them like now and thinking that that's like legit information. So, and just to say this, I mean, it should be common sense, but I don't know everything. What I know about stretched lobes and stretched septums and yada 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 is from experience and research. So I try very hard to take really great care of my lobes and my septum. So, because that's important to me. And I want you guys to take care of your stretched lobes and stretched septums too. And if I can help educate anyone, that would be great. Whether you stretch or not, if you're just watching this because you're curious about stretched piercings, then that's great too. So yeah, again, I don't know everything. I'm not trying to give off that impression. I just want to help people. So anyways, let's get into this. So number one, bleeding is not normal. I don't care who you talk to or how large their ears are or their septum is or anything that's stretched. Bleeding is not normal. Now, when you first get a piercing, yeah, bleeding's a little bit is normal because, you just pierced a thing. So, but, and I've not even really had a problem with bleeding, honestly, ever. Like, it definitely shouldn't be a lot of blood, like maybe like an incy bit, if that. I mean, I'm not usually paying attention when I'm getting a piercing, so, but as far as stretching stuff, bleeding is not normal. There should be no blood coming from your lobes or your septum. Okay, just know it shouldn't be happening, and if it's happening, you've done something wrong, and that's okay. We can learn from this. I'm not trying to attack you guys. I just want to help. Bleeding is not normal. If you start bleeding, just take out the jewelry, clean yourself up, and let your body heal, okay, before you try anything again. Pain isn't normal. If you feel pain, stop. Just stop immediately. Don't go any further. It's not normal. And, some of you guys might get really upset with me. Like, of course it's normal. You're stretching your body. No. You should not feel pain. If you feel pain, you are doing it wrong and, unhealthy. Whenever I stretch my lobes, I use the taping method. I use vitamin E oil. You should use jojoba oil or vitamin E oil. I've heard jojoba is better, but I use vitamin E because it's what I have, and it's easier to find for me. But, I use those, and I don't have pain when I stretch. I don't. Like, it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy for me because I'm doing it correctly. If it was painful, then I wouldn't, I would still be doing it, but, it's not painful. And that's what I don't, get. If I ever hear someone ask somebody else, oh, did that hurt? Well, the piercing itself doesn't feel great, but stretching it should not hurt at all. Because your lobe should be ready for it. As long as you're taking the proper time in between stretches and, you're taping and stuff, you should be dandy. Honestly, there should be no pain whatsoever. Not even a little discomfort. It might feel kind of snug in there, but as long as it's not hurting you, it's a healthy stretch, and that's great. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm calling you dumb or anything, because that's not the case. I don't think anyone's dumb if they're doing it wrong. I just want to help them. I just want to help all of you understand proper care, so, you can have healthy lobes and a healthy septum. Struggling is not normal. If you are struggling to get it in there, then it's not meant to go in yet. when it's ready to go in, it should be just done. Like, you just slip it on in there. You know, and if sometimes it helps if you just like kind of massage it on in, like you're trying to get it in and you just massage your lobes to help get it in, that's fine. But if you have to like just shove and push to get it in there, it's probably not time yet, because you shouldn't struggle. Massaging your lobes helps keep them healthy and thick. I've seen people say that it doesn't, but it definitely does. You know, you have to stimulate them. You have to get the blood to flow and stuff. And I have been stretching for 8 years, I think, somewhere in there, and my lobes are still healthy. And that's because I massage them. I massage them every night before bed. So, and every morning when I put them back in. Which brings me to my next point. Unless you just did a fresh stretch, it's better to sleep with them out, because your ears need time to just breathe and stuff. And if you are too worried about sleeping with them out, then just take them out for a few seconds every day, like at least a minute a day, and just massage them, you know, because they need to relax, you know, they need time to just do their thing. Because if I leave if I leave my tunnels in for too long, they start to get all like sore and raw. Like, I don't sleep with them in, but if I'm out with friends and I'm out till like, I don't know, 3 in the morning or something, or later, my lobes will start to feel kind of bad. So I'll take them out and just rub my lobes and put my jewelry back in, and I'm good to go. You don't need fancy ear butters or oils. You don't. If you want them, go at it, get it, but like, plug your holes. They have ear butter, and a bunch of other companies have ear butter, I'm sure, and ear oils, but you don't need them. If you want to get them because that's easier for you, or you like it or whatever, then kudos, keep doing it, but you don't need them. And don't let anyone tell you that you need them. Jojoba oil and vitamin E oil are almost always the first 2 ingredients in any ear butter or ear oil. And as long as you're using one of those or both of those, you should be golden. I mean, honestly, you don't need special this and that to, you know, take care of your piercings. Sea salt soaks are bomb as heck, you guys. And I know I said that in my last video, but honestly, make sure that you're doing sea salt soaks, because they are your best friend. They will make you feel so great, both on your septum and your ears. I mean, anything that you have stretched, or a fresh piercing in general, you know, like when I got my Medusa pierced, like it felt so awesome to just start, like, soak it in sea salt and warm water, and it was awesome. Never dry stretch. I kind of already mentioned that, but never dry stretch, because it's going to cause some issues. And what dry stretching is when you put your jewelry in without anything else. Like, you don't tape, you don't use oil or anything, you just try to push it on through. And that's unhealthy. It seriously is, okay? It's not a thing you should ever do, honestly, because it's going to hurt, and it's going to be really unhealthy, okay? Sorry, guys. Like, seriously sorry. But stretching your septum is a lot similar. Like, pretty much you follow all the same rules. No dry stretching, yada yada yada. If it hurts, then don't do it. But septum, ear, whatever you're stretching, should not smell, okay? There should be no stinky smell to any of your piercings. If there is, you need to clean it. And I'm not again, I'm not saying that you guys are gross or anything else, and I don't want anyone feeling attacked, but if your piercing stinks, clean it. Just like any other part of your body, it should not stink, okay? I've heard people say it's just a part of stretching and you have to get used to it, and they're wrong and they're disgusting because it should not stink. It just shouldn't. Until I got to my current size that I am right now with my septum, it didn't stink. And like I do clean it. But like a while back, I kind of had I thought I smelled something, so I like took a Q-tip and I just went inside and around in there in that hole, and with hydrogen peroxide, and I used peroxide on my jewelry, and there was no more smell, and I do that every day. And if you don't do it every day, at least every other day, you will have no smell. Like take them out when you shower, just like your ear jewelry. I'm not saying take out all of your jewelry for every piercing when you shower, because Jesus, that would take a while, but make sure that as far as like anything stretched goes, that you take it out and you clean it properly, and if you don't want to use the same method I use, that's fine, don't, but just make sure that you're doing what works for you and you clean them, because you don't want the smell's not good. It's not normal, and just take care of yourself, take care of your piercings, honestly. Just, think about what you're doing, okay? Just don't just shove things into your holes, don't do it unsafely. You might think, oh, well, I'll be fine. Well, you might be, but it's not really a chance you should take. Because, you could shove something into your piercing that's not ready, and you could have a blowout, and blowouts are disgusting. Just please be careful when it comes to stretching, okay, guys, because it's some, legit shit, and you don't want to have blown out ears. You don't want to have cat butt ears. Like, it's just, and if you don't know what cat butt ears are, like you've just started stretching, just Google it. Google like cat butt stretched lobes, and it literally, it looks like a cat butt. Your ears will look like a cat butt, and again, clean your piercings or you will get the funk, and the funk is not good. It's not natural, it shouldn't stink. Just clean it, stretch safely, you guys, please. Just, make sure you're stretching safely. Do what works for you, do it safe, keep it clean, okay? And you should be golden, pony boys, okay? Like, seriously, just follow those simple rules and stuff and tips, and you guys should be great. I think that's it. So, my septum is at a 2 gauge currently. I don't think I'm going to go any further, just because I feel like definitely the bigger you go with your septum, the longer the jewelry gets, and it already bugs me so much because it's right there on my lips, and so it's in the way when I eat and do my makeup, and not a fan. I like the way it looks on me in pictures and stuff, but it's a real inconvenience when I'm not just taking selfies. So I did buy tunnels for my septum, but they're really hard to get out, which is not fun. And even though they're supposedly the same size as what's already in my nose, whenever I take them out, it hurts to try and put my 2 gauge pincher in. So I just have stopped wearing the tunnels because that's ridiculous. But yeah. Ears are currently at like 2.5 inches, so that's pretty great. I don't remember what that is in millimeters, but I'm at 2.5 inches on my ears, so I'm pretty stoked. I'm only a couple sizes away from 3 inches. Don't think I'm gonna be going that far. I think I'm just going to go like one more size up. I think my end goal was 67 millimeters, something like that. Don't hold me against that, because I don't know. So yeah, guys, I hope that this helped you. And if you're watching this and you don't have or want stretched things, you know, you just wanted to educate yourself on stuff, that's great. Oh, one more thing, and I think I already mentioned it in my other video, but please don't call it gauging. Do not call it gauging, because it's not called gauging. And again, I think I have mentioned this because people like me who are nice and they don't want to start trouble or, you know, upset you, we're not going to correct you. At least not in a way that makes you feel attacked. But, you know, it annoys us. Like, if you say, oh, what sizes are your gauges? Or how long did it take you to gauge your ears? I'll say, well, I've been stretching my lobes for a few years now, and I'm at blah 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 millimeters or blah 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 inches. And I try to politely, without making it seem like I'm correcting them, correct them. Like, oh, we don't actually call it gauging, it's called stretching. And I tell them, just so you know, and so if you ask anyone else, you know, they won't get rude with you. And don't get me wrong, I've had times where I've gotten kind of annoyed, and you can hear it in my voice, because we hear it on a constant. Like, anytime we go out, we hear, what size is that, or blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's not called gauging. This wasn't meant to be a video about what not to say to us, but I'm just gonna say one more thing. Don't tell us that we're gonna regret it. We have put so much time, money, energy into just stretching. So if it's something we regret, oops, but just leave us the heck alone, because we know what we want. I'm never gonna regret doing my septum or my ears. And if I do, then that sucks. But I've had a lot of time to think about this, and you know, Jennifer, I'm sorry if your grandson decided he didn't want his anymore and he got them sewn up, but I'm not your grandson, and I quite like my septum in my ears. So I get that you're trying to be nice, but just leave us alone, because, you know, it's something we like and we're not going to regret, usually. I've never, like, I have a few friends who have taken out their jewelry and decided they want to let their stuff grow up and they don't want them anymore, and that's fine. I don't judge them for that. That's kudos to them. You know, I'm sure my family wishes I do the same thing. And sometimes, you know, I really wish that I had normal ears, because if I had normal ears and they weren't stretched, I could wear like pearl earrings and nice earrings that my family has given me in the past, and I can't, and it kind of bums me out. But at the same time, this is just who I am, and it's what I like, and it makes me feel so confident, honestly. My modifications are a huge part of me. They make me feel beautiful, and you know, just attractive in general, and I wouldn't change them, you know. I like myself with my modifications, and everyone's idea of beauty is different, and that's great, you know. Somebody might not like my modifications, but I might not like, you know, their huge fake lips, which don't take that like that. Like, I don't mean that legitimately. I think that all body modifications, including plastic surgery, are pretty cool, you know. And I'm never going to shame someone for getting different modification than what I have. Like, if you get fake boobs, that's a body modification, and I'm not here to judge them, you know. Or fake lips. It's not really fake because, you know, you're just getting them like plumped, but I don't judge anyone for whatever they choose to do with their body unless it hurts someone else or themselves. So, but yeah, guys, 2 little tips on what not to say to people with stretched lobes, and just how to take care of stuff. So sorry I've taken so long to do another video. I've been busy, and sometimes it takes a while to motivate myself to do something, so yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've reached 220 subs, so I'm so happy. Like, I feel like I'm slowly, but I will eventually be, you know, right up there with the YouTubers that I have adored for years, you know. Like I said, I think I said this in my 22 Things About Me video. I grew up watching, like, not grew up, but kind of grew up watching Designate for, I don't even know. I don't even know videos back in the day. If any of you guys even know what I'm talking about. The older viewers on here are probably going to be like, yeah, Designate, and some of you might just be like, oh, I know of them, but you might not have seen the I don't even know show thing that they did. But seeing them made me really want to be a YouTuber, and so here I am. I actually wanted to be a YouTuber with my bestie, but she does not want to be a YouTuber, so I'm kind of just doing the alone YouTubing. Anyways, guys, sorry to blab on. I just wanted to thank you for the 220 subscribers, and again, let you guys know how to properly take care of your piercings and stretched piercings, you know. So yeah, take care of your body, clean your body, be nice to your body, and stay golden, pony boys. Bye. Love you guys.